Hello everyone, we hope you're well. Oh, it's a sunny day today. This is lovely. What we thought we'd do today is a Victoria sponge. Now this is just the standard Victoria sponge, as in the B-Row book. We all know that. We've got 200 grams, which is 8 ounces of self-raising flour, 200 grams, which is 8 ounces of margarine. We've got 200 grams, but we haven't, of sugar. We've got 150 grams. We're cutting back on sugar. We've got 4 eggs there, look.
I look like Twiggy now.
You will do when you've had this cake. I doubt it very much. Right, now, I presume this container's to break the eggs into. We've got vanilla extract. We're going to put a drop of that in. But we've done this before, I know. Everybody... This is a great cake, isn't it? A Victoria sponge. But we're doing it different because we're going to do it in this Bundt tin. Now this actually is the right size for fitting into our pressure cooker. So we thought we'll give it a go. And strangely enough, now we didn't know what this was for, look. But it had a dustbin lid with it. So we're assuming that'll go on there like that and keep some of the...
moisture?
Yeah, because
Steam?
Steam. We're steaming the cake and we thought, well, that might help. I'm not 100% sure, but we can only imagine that's what that's for. But we're going to give it a go. Now, I will also plug the meter in, which you can see is set on 30 pence. We're getting right technical on this channel, ain't we? Now also, we're going to use this meter. Now my idea is, when we put the cake in the tin, I can sit that in there like that. Oh, sorry, like that. And then we can take constant readings from it, so we'll know exactly when it's cooked. Now, obviously, I'm not expecting you to do that, but this will tell us and tell you exactly when the cake's cooking, how it's cooking, and the length of time. Now, there's the pressure cooker, look. You know what that looks like. I've just rested the lid on, and I have cleaned the ring and put that in. As I say, we'll leave them hanging in the air anyway, so they're fine. Oh, and also, I forgot to mention, there's about 350 millilitres of water in there. It might be a little bit more, but it's just underneath the actual trivet because we're going to sit it on there. Right, now I've just brought you back because Wendy says I said pressure cook. I mean slow cook. We're going to slow cook this cake. And Wendy says you said pressure cook. Did I? Now I know on pressure cook it takes about half an hour. But we're slow cooking, which is the whole point of having the meter in, because we're not sure how long it'll take. It may take, I don't know, up to 5 hours, I don't know, but I don't think it's going to be very long because this thing slow cooks fast, and that's the whole point. We're putting the meter in. Come on, let's get started with this cake. Right, now I've just brought you back because I've decided we're going to plug the meter in, so we will get a reading of how much it's cost. There we go, and it's set on 30 pence. Well, you can't see that. There you go, look. Well, I bet it's still too small. But anyway, what I'm going to do, I'm going to switch this on slow cooker right now before we actually start. So what we do, slow cook, we won't want keep... Oh, I haven't got the lid on properly. Keep warm, we don't want. 6 hours, and we can leave it on that. That's no problem. Just press start. Now, you have the vent open on slow cook, so that will just start warming up while we make the cake. I think this is just like warming your oven. I could be right, I could be wrong. We'll find out, won't we? Come on, let's get started now at last. Right, we're ready now to make a start. So butter and sugar, and then mix. Right, off we go.
Oops, I got most of the sugar on me.
Oh dear, look how amateurish this is. Don't know where to put it now. Come on.
Right, off we go.
Now, as you can see, that's nice and white now. Well, I hope you can see, we can. The light's a bit funny. Now Wendy's going to start it up again and just add the eggs. Right, now I'm just going to lift this up and add some flour in there.
Right, I'm going to put some of this in.
Oh, I forgot the vanilla extract first, haven't we?
What, say when?
Just a bit. I'll do. Don't go mad. That stuff costs a fortune. There's a bit of egg on the side if you want to scrape it down while you've got it up. Right, we'll just put a bit of flour in here, and Wendy will get mixing it by hand, and then and what we will do, we'll put the bowl in the middle of the picture.
Oh, sorry.
We're terrible, ain't we, for moving it, so you can't see it. Does it make it more fun? Right, so it's just a case
It is harder
of
for
mixing
me
this
when it's
in
here.
now. It is harder for you. I'll tell you what, let's stop the camera. Right, now the camera just stopped then. I think the battery's a bit flat. Anyway, Wendy carried on mixing, and now this is the last bit being mixed in. Just get that mixed, and
Sorry, I'm moving.
hopefully we'll get this last bit done before the battery packs in all together. I didn't realise that. Never mind, eh? It's life. So just mix this into a nice smooth batter, and I'll tell you what, while Wendy finishes doing that, I'm going to change this battery. Right, we're right now, full battery. Wendy's done the mix, look, now you can see what that will like. Now,
Right,
I think we all know by now.
Gonna turn it round.
Might be easier. I feel like I'm walking on the fair. So you want to go around the other side, round here?
Yeah.
Where was it? I can't see now.
Right.
There it is. It's a two-man job, putting the batter in. Aren't we getting an awful lot of shadows? I mean, this is early in the afternoon, but...
Cliff Richard's busy, isn't he?
He is, and Hank. I'm Hank Marvin.
You've had your lunch.
So don't let that stop me.
Is it lunch?
Lunch. I've had lunch. Right.
Everyone calls them different, don't they? Dinner and
Well, it were always dinner time at school.
Tea time was at
your main meal.
Jackanory time.
Right. Let's get this bowl out of the way.
If you remember this cake tin, when we took it on, did we buy it from holiday or did we take
No,
it?
we took it with us. We didn't buy it on holiday,
No?
we took it with us.
Okay.
So we got one.
And the cake got
stuck to the tin.
Because we hadn't got the facility, the stuff had we? We hadn't got the tools.
No, what it was, I bought a cake mix to put in it. So when we tipped the cake mix in, we hadn't got any flour then to line the dish. So, and it all stuck and come out in bits.
That's the reason.
Well, we'll soon find out. Right, let's move this camera and get this in the pressure cooker. No, it's the pressure cooker on slow cooker mode.
You just love the pressure cooker.
Oh, I do love the pressure cooker. Right, so you can see the pressure cooker there. But first things first, we've got the meter. So we remove that from its holder. Now that's got to stay near the machine. And then we get the cake and put the meter like that. Now it should go in up to that point there, which I can't do at the moment, to the ring, but we'll go with it because it will expand. And also we're then going to put this on top, as we think that'll help with the steam. Now we can only imagine that's what that lid is for, because we don't know. So what we're going to do now, I've already had this on. It's been on, well, it's about 20 minutes, look. So if I just remove that now, this should be nice and warm, ready for the cake. And it is. Now I think that's a good thing. Now what we will do, we're going to lift this out, the cake on there, so that we've got a means of lifting it in and out. There we go. It's a little tight, but it goes in. Let me show you what that looks like. It's a bit snug, but it does go in all right. I think that's fine. Get it in the middle, Graham. Right, I've already set the machine. Now we've actually used, on that 20 minutes, 1 pence. So it was worth switching it on. Right, we'll put that on. That's obviously closed the vent at the back, look. And I want that vent open on slow cook. So the vent's open, and there you see we've got 5 hours and 39 to go. Now the thing now, right, there we go. We'll set up the meter now. What we do, we go, I forgot again, mate. We go to the target and we go set up a cook, and down the bottom here we can put the temperature in. And I want, it's over 95 degrees actually. I think we'll go 97. Let's go 97. Oh, it looks like it wants to go 98. There we go. Now I've set that to 97 degrees. And then it's a case of start the cook. There you go. Now we've got an internal temperature 19 degrees. I've set the target to 97. And the ambient temperature in there is 30 degrees. That's because it's just warm because I switched it on. But I'll keep an eye on this now and keep bringing you back. Now it says there it might be inaccurate. It's gone. I'll bring you back and I'm sure that'll change. We'll keep an eye on this. Right, now I've brought you back because it says 3:58 on there, which means it's had 2 hours, hasn't it, on there. And the reason I brought you back, that says it's had 2 hours, and I don't know whether you can see the meter. I'll try and blow it up for you, but it says so far that's cost 8 pence because it's only been on 14 minutes, because it's slow cooking. It doesn't need to be too hot, so it keeps switching off. So you've only used 14 minutes of electric and it's worked out at 8p. I know it all seems a bit crazy, but that's the way it is. Now as for the meter, as you can see, I'll try and hold that in front for you. The ambient temperature, it's on 100, look, 100 degrees Celsius. Now the target's 97 and we've reached 95. Now it's took it an awful long time to reach that 100 degrees, but it's slow cook. Now, as I said, the target's 97, the internal is 95, which actually would do. But I'm going to play along with the meter because it says 7 minutes remaining, and if you look, we've been on 1 hour 41. We've actually been on 1 hour 41 according to that, which is when it started measuring the temperature. So 1 hour 41 to cook it. It's going to be about 1:45, but what I'll do now, I'm going to let this run its course until it's 100%, and it's saying 6 minutes now, so it won't be very long. I'll come back to you. Right, now I've brought you back because if you look at this, it's gone from 96 to 95 because the target's 97, but the ambient temperature is now gone because the heat's not on. I'm sure that's why, but it's 2 hours, look. Now I think we're as near as anything is to anything. That's not what we say around here, but I can't say it. Anyway, it's coming out. I'm going to get that out and see. Well, we ain't got to get it out, have we? Yeah, we have. Let's get it out because 2 hours, that should be cooked, and what we'll do, we'll just test it with a knife and see if we're happy. Anyway, let's get it out. I expect this to be a bit hot. It is. Now how am I going to get hold of that, Graham? You didn't think of that one, did you? Here we go. Now, I'm as interested as you to see what it looks like. Let's move this camera. Right, let's get this lid off so we can see what we're looking at. And there is the cake. Now I'm going to let Wendy try this. Come on, you try it.
Oh God, it's solid.
It's solid.
Well, you know what I mean.
Oh, it's not solid, it's spongy.
You know what I mean.
Oh, just say what you like, who cares,
Right,
eh?
do it with the...
It's not solid, it's not concrete, it's spongy. Now this is going to be cooked, I'm confident.
Look at that.
There you go, look, that is cooked.
Yeah.
Right, so we've got to let this cool down now. That meter is going to be very warm, Graham.
We've done this, pull it
There you
out.
go, got it out. Right, that looks pretty good, look, it really does. And also, there's plenty of water left in there, look. So, that's 2 hours cooking. I think that's pretty good. And the meter, let me show you, is reading 9 pence. It's just gone over onto 9 pence. Right, let's let this cool down and I'll bring you back. Right, now, I just turned me back and Wendy's got it out, look. She says it just fell out. Now look, that's come out whole. And there is the container, because we thought the container was a bit rubbish, but no, I think it's been okay. I mean, there's little bits stuck on there.
It's not as good as the pink one,
No,
I would
it's
say.
not.
You've
That's
still got
beauty.
to do a lot of greasing and flouring.
Yeah,
And
but
it'd be good if you could
that
find...
looks pretty good, doesn't it?
If you could find a liner for that, but it would take away the pattern, wouldn't
You're going to struggle to find a line of the shape of that, aren't we? Never mind. So far, it's a success.
But I would say these cakes that you do in the slow cooker are more puddingy.
Well, it's very spongy.
And spongy, but if you want a cake when you're at, quick cake, then it's
That's
ideal.
took 2 hours to cook that cake on slow cook. So I think that's gone pretty well. But we've not cut it yet. It's not finished.
No.
We'll let it cool down and we'll bring you back. Right, now this cake's cooled down now, so Wendy's just going to spread jam over the top. I know it's a Victoria sponge mix, but we're not going to cut this in half. There's a big hole in the middle, it's like a big polo. So Wendy says we'll just
put some
jam on the top like that.
We've got jam left.
And then
Using.
put some desiccated coconut on it. That's another one I like, look. Desiccated coconut.
It's running down, but does it matter?
Well, let it run down now. Come on, let's get messy. I can just see that jam all around my chops like the tomato soup. Well, I think this is going to be alright, you know. I think it is. I know it is. Come on. As it's cooled down, it feels a bit more like a cake. It was just a bit wobbly, that's all, but that's lovely. I think this is going to be fine. And we did do a cake before in the old-fashioned slow pot, and that took 6 hours. And after 5 hours, I think it was like a lemon we injected into it. Yeah, but this, as I say, it took 2 hours. Now, unfortunately, I don't know. Do you think so?
That's agreed.
Yeah, we'll carry on. Unfortunately, that Bundt tin just fits just right into the slow cooker. Now, I bet people are going to say to me, where did you get that? Well, I'll be honest, Wendy picked it up in a charity shop, and we've already got the bigger one, and that's fantastic. It makes a good cake, and it's so slippery, the cake don't stick at all in there. Now, this tin's not quite so good, but it's that little bit smaller, and as I mentioned before, we don't really know what the dustbin lid were for, but I imagine it's just to put on the top.
Dustbin lid.
But that looks alright, doesn't it? I think that's going to be lovely.
Right, we'll have a little slice because we've got his dinner soon or tea or whatever.
It's getting near my tea time, mate. Hey up,
Here's
the ice cream man, Stan. Here he is. I can't have cake and an ice cream. Even I can't do that. Let's have a thin slice of this.
Right, I'm just getting a plate.
Oh look, we're having posh plates as well. Look, you can't see that. How posh we are. Come on.
Trouble is, it won't come out. Ooh,
Yeah.
there you are.
Now, let's show you what that looks like. As if you can't tell, but that is lovely. All the way through, look, you can see that. And spongy. I'm going to get jam all over me, aren't I? You can see I am. Oh, I don't care. Well, if that weren't lovely, I don't think I'd have had such a big bite. That's lovely. Well, I like the idea of that. That's that nice jam, isn't it? The sour cherry.
Yeah.
I like that anyway, and the coconut. But that sponge is lovely. Oh mate, hope that don't spoil my tea. You must be joking. Look at it, a little thing like that. Anyway, there's a lot to say about this video. We're using that meter. I don't expect you to do that, but I thought I've got no way of telling when it's cooked. But we know now, if you make that sponge and it's in there for 2 hours, that's going to be cooked. And I feel sure it was cooked in 1 hour and 3/4, but I thought I'm just going to leave it and see what happens. But we reached that period where the actual meter, the slow cooker had turned off. It didn't need any power, but it didn't quite get me up those other degrees, and it dropped a couple. But that's just the way it is. Oh, let me mention the price again. Right, the price. Look, I put 30p in. It cost 9p. And it actually used 14.5 minutes of electric. So, let's have a look. 0.3 of a kilowatt, that makes sense. And there, 78 watts was the lowest, and the highest was 1228. So that must be its running temperature, but because it's slow cook, it switches off. Right, but some people are not going to be happy with this because it's not a proper slow cooker. But mate, if we can cook this cake in 2 hours in there, it's not that slow, is it? And that cake's lovely. And look at the cost, 9p. Now, I really want to make this cake in the rice cooker, the Cosori rice cooker, because that is a good slow cooker, and I think it'd be brilliant. Anyway, as I say, we can do this cake on pressure cook, in the pressure cooker, about less than 30 minutes. So we'll have a go at that another day. Right, let me just leave.
Eat so many cakes.
I know, this is the trouble. Bit less cake might do me good. Right, look after yourselves. Me and Wendy will see you soon. Bye.